Hey guys, Ali here. How are you doing? Welcome back to another episode of, another video from Layman's Insight and another episode of Disco Elysium, where we are in an abandoned, under an abandoned building that was something to do with electricity components or something in the past. I'm still kind of discovering... Oh, it got ominously quiet here. Oh. We have a thought. There's something in the air, an unnatural buzzing. Yeah, I'm still kind of exploring the environment here just now, picking up any little domes I get. Or whatever they're called. Boot sprints in the sand. Sorry, boot prints in the sand. One of those soles appears worn. Hey! Worn sole? Same as the footprint on the crime scene, and of course the whole sandpaper on the acceleration pedal of the truck as well. I want to get that one, but I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Alright. The tunnel collapsed, but you'll have to find another way around. Oh. It's getting louder, the buzzing sound. Yes, yes it is.
There it is again, like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp. A strange tingling you can almost smell.
Smell a tingle? Lieutenant, do you feel something?
No. What do you mean?
Pain. A strange tingling.
I don't feel it, but we should still be careful. There were footprints back there, and I'm pretty sure they were fresh.
I saw them too. Footprints with the right sole worn smooth.
Looks like our suspect. If she's in here, we need to plan our next step carefully.
What do you mean?
Once we detain a credible suspect, who knows what the Union and the Wild Pines will do? We'll set in motion events we have no control over.
Oh, that's the thing. I've not spoke to Joyce yet ever since our last exchange with Everard, have I? Probably should. I should have done that. Ah well, we might get a chance later on.
You will upset the balance of power in Martinez.
Oh no.
The deadlock between the company and the Union will destabilize. This part of town is a fine clockwork puzzle. Disturb its peace and it will start breaking down uncontrollably. Keep calm. Go over the whole situation in detail.
Okay, we found out Everard's plan to take the harbour. Maybe we should tell Joyce?
I leave that to your judgment.
Yeah, I do want to
you
tell her.
You know what I think about cross-pollinating information like this. It's dangerous, but...
It's dangerous, huh?
He just can't be sure. Maybe it will yield something useful.
How bad do you think things could get?
Well, we are not responsible for what we can't predict, are we? I don't think the entire city will be razed to the ground.
He smiles in the dark.
If you can't predict it, there's nothing you could have done.
That sounds like an easy way of going, ah well, didn't know. Lovely, blissful ignorance. What do you think is waiting for us here?
I think I see a cavern. Maybe more cellars? I think we've been careful enough. We still have the element of surprise.
Hmm.
I wouldn't be so sure. You haven't exactly been sneaking.
That's true.
Or maybe not. Either way, once we go deeper, there will be no turning back.
Really? What an interesting thing to say. You know, I kind of want to talk to Joyce. I do kind of want to talk to Joyce. I know Kim says it's dangerous, but I want to talk to Joyce before we... I mean, I'm assuming we're kind of close to the end game now, and I don't want to miss out on tasks that I wanted to do already. I mean, when it comes to the tasks here, you know, fair enough. I mean, I can, you know, deal with that if I wanted to. I still need to talk to Classia as well. I do definitely want to do that. Now let's see how much time passes when we talk to Joyce. I don't care about that. That I'm curious about, but it's not a big deal. And I really wouldn't have minded impressing people with my singing skills. I will see what happens. I'm going to pop out of here. I'm going to talk to Joyce first. And see where that leads us. How did I get in here? Was it this way? Oh yeah, it was this way. Okay, let's get out of here. Right. Gonna put my flashlight away because I look like an absolute prat walking around. It's like wearing sunglasses indoors. Okay, let's stand in the spot, right? Yeah. I don't appear to be able to quick travel. Why is that? That's strange. Huh. I wonder why that is. Alright, I'll just have to manually walk it then. Let's go. Oh, I just realised this guy's buddy's not with him. Let's talk to him. He seems to be sitting on his lonesome.
Officer, care to play a game with the lonely old man? Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same.
Where is Renee?
The prick is gone.
Oh man.
I can barely believe it. But he's really gone.
As in, like dead?
He is trying to retain his jolly facade, but the underlying sadness casts a deep shadow over his wrinkled face.
Gone? Gone where?
Hell, most likely. He was an absolute Kent.
How did he die exactly?
His hungry little heart finally gave out. The dock workers found him in the guard booth this morning. Wasn't even supposed to be working for another week, but he just had to prove how tough he is. Guess he was about to head home, cause when the dock workers found him, he was wearing civilian clothes and not the Coquette uniform I saw him in all the time.
Wow.
Sometimes I thought he was wearing it just to piss me off. Now the joke's on him, cause he's gonna be buried without it.
That means the uniform could still be in the guard booth. Something to keep in mind if you really plan to give yourself the river show.
Oh, I don't know if I want to align myself with any particular place. Was he really that bad?
I repeat, an absolute kid. Even his old army buddies didn't want him around. He was like an old viper. The only people who could stand to be around him were Jenny and me. She saw something in him when we were just kids.
Oh wow, that's quite nice.
And she never lost sight of it. And I thought if the most beautiful being in the world can love him, then there must be something worth holding on to.
Is Jeannie his wife or something, or Renee's? Did you love him?
We've hated each other our entire lives. So much, in fact, that...
He falls silent and looks at you, eyes filling up with tears.
Yes, I loved that angry prick. He didn't deserve it, but I did. You know what his last words to me were?
See you... that he's... something mean?
In Guillaume's time, you'd have been shot without trial.
Wow.
That's what he said to me. He lived a cunt, and he died a cunt. Let's leave it at that.
I offer my sincere condolences.
Yes, we are both very sorry for your loss.
That's quite sad. Rene was an ass, but he was kind of cool.
It is what it is. Part of life, really. But to know someone for 79 years, then one day they're just gone.
79 years, holy crap.
I just don't know anymore.
That's nuts.
About anything, really. But you must need something.
I want to go over a few more things about Rene, if that's okay.
Yes. What about René?
Yes.
It is what I just don't know.
Sorry, dude. That's so sad. There was nothing new there to explore, so I'm going to head over to Joyce and talk to her about Everard, and then we'll head back down to that basement place. Oh wait, the boat's gone. What the hell? Went to the village on the coast, officer. See you there, Joyce. Are you kidding me? I was just there. Okay, let's head back. Whoa, I just found a place over here that I don't think I've ever been to before. I thought I'd, explored all the map in this place, but it appears I haven't. There's a shack in here, there's some stuff to pick up. Looks like a place that used to be lived in. A swing is missing. No one's been here for a long time. Oh, there's some cash on the floor. Oh wait, what's that say? The wind is coddled by the 4-story building around this yard. Coddled? Is that when it's trapped? Has nowhere to go. Glory, says the graffito, to the ghosts of us. Little loot area, I think this is. Some more cash and a table. Or something with a cloth on it, anyway. Someone has left their music collection beneath the tarpaulin. What? Could this be what I need to do my karaoke? Oh, please let it be. Ah, I really want to do that. Birds on the birch tree. Barely audible coos come from above. That might be the cassette I'm looking for. What's this?
Rust peels off the bent iron posts of the swing. The wind whistles through the skeleton of the small house behind you. There's desolation everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yet someone used to live here, laugh here. Thought it was a good idea to build a swing, even.
What happened here?
In this yard?
The lieutenant looks at the small building. A flock of grey swallows takes off in the distance.
He's assessing the situation. How long ago was it abandoned?
Someone thought they could have a summer house in a bloc obscur. For cheap. It didn't work out. They abandoned it about a decade ago.
Wait, what's the block obscure?
A black bloc. A part of the city
Oh.
left unrenovated after the war. Or one that has fallen to gang violence. Or has become inhospitable in some other way.
So this is part of the coast... Sorry, this part of the coast is called Block Obscure.
Practically, it's not an official term in any way, but look around. No sewage, broken power lines, crime, drunks. Life is tough in the blocks. It's no place to build a summer house.
At least they left some old music behind.
Yes, and you picked it up because you're a post-apocalyptic scavenger who collects trash and magnesium blisters.
He gives you a wary smile. I can hear the judgment.
It's not meant as nagging, just an observation.
We should move. I don't think our suspect is in this particular yard. No place to hide. And besides, it's too close to Martinez.
It is quite close. What's that noise? You hear that noise? Like if I hear that noise and somebody were to say to me, "Oh, there's a UFO hovering over there," I would believe them. I would. Now the noise is gone, the UFO is gone. Isn't that always the case? Anyway, let's go find Joyce. Practicing her sailor's knots.
I'll just keep the Corda Lacey in the channel, if that's okay. It's too shallow near the pier.
She winds the mooring line around the post.
Aye, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the way. Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a pier any day. Jetty.
Yes, Hello, ma'am.
Hello, detectives.
She fastens the end of the line around the post and straightens her back.
It's good to see you here. I only just arrived myself.
What brings you here, madame?
Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I decided to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the official maps, as far as I can tell.
That. And she's also keeping an eye on you.
Have you been spying on us?
Spying has such a negative connotation.
So?
I did track your progress along the coast, however.
So yes.
And decided I would be better able to assist you from here.
Oh yeah.
Then there's the matter of that little scamp in old lady clothes. She threatened to paint the Cordelate red. Like blood, you see. Well, I like it the way it is. White.
Old women, old people, generally just being old people.
What is this? Destruction of property? Hooliganism? Elder abuse? And who is this scamp, anyway?
Nah, I'm not going to get involved in that. Leave it be.
Lillian and I are getting on much better. For one, she appreciates the concept of rent.
So how do you like it here?
How do I like it?
She casts her gaze towards the village, slush melting on the cinder blocks, construction work left half finished 10 years ago.
Water drips down eaves of Eternite. The jetty below her feet creaks to the tune.
Ooh.
The smell of salt and dog shit in the background.
Yummy!
It's pornographically poor. The street has no name, all the men are dead or missing. And is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there?
Oh, she squints her eyes.
I'm surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet. Maybe she will. You should ask your questions while you can.
Alright.
Dark eyes survey the coast leading up to Martinez. Dull grey metal rests in her scabbard. A sword. The wind is too loud for her to hear.
Fortunately for you, madame, the RCM is on the scene.
All right. Politics time. Let's react.
Ah, man, okay.
Real men. Real politics. Real thoughts in your head.
Let's see here. You're right to be scared this is all your fault. No, you're in no danger. The working class have no idea what's happening to them.
That they don't.
She leans against the railing, looking up at the grey sky.
Above you, there forms a quilt of altocumulus clouds, twisting into each other. The wind tugs and stretches them over the bay. Their cloud shadows slide over the ruins of Revachol West. Wherever they pass, the temperature drops slightly, but perceptibly.
Have I told you how they discovered this place?
The fishing village?
No, they're in Celindian, Isola.
No, you haven't told me how they found it.
Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of poverty.
45% is around where I operate. Things are getting better though.
I knew you would sympathize. Most Revacholians will never know what this place means. Our home. This island of matter. Or why they were ferried over in the first place. Remind me to tell you one day.
She correct.
Now.
Oh, oops.
How can I assist you in this new location?
Tell me now, we have time.
Do we?
He glances at his watch. It doesn't look like he does.
I hear you have singled out a suspect and are in pursuit. This is cause for cautious optimism. I would not want to delay you.
Oh, okay.
This story, she will tell it only before she leaves Martinez. at the very end of her stay.
Okay.
Maybe there is something else I can assist you with while you're hot in pursuit.
So I've been dealing with Evrart again. She nods with contained curiosity.
She's not even asking you anything. It's so easy to just say.
Let's see. Ma'am, the whole thing is a takeover.
A takeover?
Yes, it's not a strike. You aren't being let in because there's nothing to negotiate. The Union is taking the terminal.
If they're taking it...
She looks towards the colourful mountain of crates like toy blocks rising above Martinez.
Green livery, changing into red, blot by blot.
Then we're talking about a war. Evrart needs to let me into the harbour at once. We need to talk about this.
He's ready for war. Yeah, he is ready.
They most certainly are not. Crenell has 1,000 men on their payroll. The next batch will be a platoon of 20 men and a gunship.
I've seen the Union's forces. They are better organized than these mercenaries. They also have the support of the people of Revachol West. It will take more than Crenell to wipe them out. Wild Pines will need to send more and better equipped men. Make no mistake, ma'am. I am sure you have the money. The question is, how many years and how many lives are you willing to sacrifice?
Indeed.
What do you suggest I do?
Let's see. It's not the RCM's job to make these decisions.
Of course. Your job is to clean up after them. And it looks like there will be a lot of cleaning to be done in the near future.
So what are you going to do?
What will I do?
She says, slowly looking around.
Her arms fall to her sides. Her spine relaxes.
Did I ever tell you how they discovered this Isola? During our reality lowdown?
You said you would, one day.
It may be the only break we've ever caught as a species. The last one for 400 years.
Why?
The nations who colonized this Isola called theirs Muindi, the world. It was all they knew, all they thought would be. That there would be something more was a gamble, akin to another world, or life after death.
All right.
The Pale was thought to be impregnable, perpetual. Irene la Navigateur, the Queen of Suren, sent 8 expeditions, one after the other, into the mass at the edge of the world. 5 of the crews did not return. 2 did, but had lost their minds.
Poor guys.
Each of those expeditions would have been led by an admiral. Sounds like a purge. Like she was purging her political rivals.
Sounds cruel.
There was no precedent for such an undertaking. People thought she was punishing the admirals, or had gone mad, or both.
Oh man, a crazy punisher.
Until after years of trial and error, and the development of a strict psychological regime imitating the creation process of poetry. The 8th expedition returned sane and intact. They told of a new continent of matter. They told the Queen and her counselor, Dolores Day, that the Pale had begun to condense, day after day, hour after hour, minute after minute. Slowly raining down until it formed a vast ocean.
The air is cold and scented with petrichor. There are rain circles on water all around. Humidity crawls up your back like a piano trill.
Put your hand in the rain.
So does the lieutenant. His mouth is slightly open as he looks to the sky. The droplets feel warm, like spring rain.
This ocean?
The phenomenon has never again been encountered. For a time, the crew thought they were experiencing a hallucination. The mass hand proclaimed, "Lancielinde, Lancielinde," the signal to wake up. But they could not. They were sane and conscious. as islands began to appear on the horizon. There are 78,000 uninhabited islands in the Insulindian archipelago,
Wow.
officer. The freckled face of God. Après la vie, la mort. Après la mort, la vie encore. Après la mort, le gris. Après la gris, le monde encore.
Say what now?
After life, death. After death, life again. After the Isola, the Pearl. After the Pearl, Isola again.
On the second day, a great skua was shot down above the flagship Lizargique. The bird was preserved and brought back, along with pollen.
She looks to the sky, then back at
4
you.
years later, the Queen's Counsellor was proclaimed her Innocence Dolores Day, the elected world spirit. The age of humanism, internationalism, and parliamentary rule followed. We were high.
Leaving us here?
On Caillou, the Pebble, the largest of the fertile, uninhabited islands of the northeast Insulindian archipelago. 4 centuries and 2 revolutions later.
The Great Skua was the first bird they saw.
The first living, autonomous organism. Proof of reality. It's the symbol of Insulinde, detective. The coat of arms of the suzerain and the wings on the crest of the commune.
I seem to have it in for it, or it for me. I broke one.
In your defense, it is a nasty creature who plucks food from the throats of lesser birds. Yet much like Revachol, it is also magnificent and rare. Imagine the suzerain of seagulls.
And this was the last break we got.
The nations of Mundi proceeded to discover 5 more Isolae. Or they discovered us. All in the rush of the great inter-Islary reconnection. But these others weren't uninhabited. We had to kill people there. Wipe out indigenous populations. Gunboat economies. Or they came to do the same for us. Or had done to each other. But here, there was no one but the Skua, the Liliat Sea, and the Blood Beach, and the River Esperance. It was the new world. The Mondials used it to amass the greatest concentration of wealth mankind has ever seen.
Huh.
Revachol, the suzerain,
What happened?
revolution, poverty, and the mercurial rise of capitalism.
It's raining.
It is. Soon it will be spring and everything will blossom.
Okay.
The gangs will run wild, jacking motor carriages, ferrying amphetamines through Coal City. Spring is tough in Revachol.
What will you do?
I will surrender Terminal B to the Union.
Is that within your means?
She puts her hand in the rain. She's silent for a second.
We will see.
Ma'am, this may well unravel property law this side of the river. If that occurs, we may never see the end of this kind of confrontation. The next time there will be 2 strikes, then 4, then 100.
What happens will happen.
She takes the end of her rain-slick hand and starts untying the knot.
The age of capital has only begun. I will talk to my employers in person. We will amputate and cauterize Martinez. If you handle the situation on the ground.
You're going now?
Yes, Mr. Clare has a 2-month head start. I can't let it grow any bigger. And I've exhausted all my options from here.
So we will amputate. So we? She generally avoids that term with her employers.
There are no employers. She's a member of the board. Probably a partner.
You are the Wild Pines. There are no employers.
You are the citizens' militia. There are no superiors.
She turns to you, rope in hand. What? Of course I have superiors.
That's right, detective. And next time, you should confer with them before you go setting events in motion.
Shush.
Despite his words, he's not really sure whether to be annoyed with you or not. Events are already in motion. Whether your actions accelerated or momentarily retarded their progress, even the lieutenant cannot really say.
Let's see. Even after all this time, I still don't really understand who you are or what your angle is.
I have not deceived you. I showed you who I was. Rejoice Layton.
Understood.
Keep the peace, and I will keep my end of the bargain.
How far along is Cronell's investigation?
The confrontation is imminent. They have followed in your footsteps.
Oh, great.
As your investigation reaches a climax, so does theirs. They are your shadow. Arm yourselves. Armor yourselves. Protect their targets. Violence may be unavoidable, but we can limit the casualties.
When will they make their move? Where?
Soon. I do not know precisely. They have cut off all communication, you see. They know I've been feeding you information.
Oh wait, they weren't supposed to do that?
One last thing, Lieutenant Dubois. I've given the matter much thought and come to this conclusion. You're not an amnesiac. You're insane.
Ah, well, tell me something I don't know.
I know, because I too am insane. I just hide my illness better. And I'm rich.
Isn't everybody a little insane?
No, Detective. No one's as insane as you.
Alright.
Don't worry, madame. I am very sane.
You're over-radiated.
I'm overexposed, baby. My travels take me through the Pale dozens of times a year. I've got the longing. And I've got it bad.
She points to her heart.
She would die to return to it. The Pale, the past, anything one can return to.
How do you keep it together?
The same strict psychological regimen the 8th Admiral developed when he crossed the Pale and discovered this Isola, the Volta do Mar. It's used by inter-Islary travelers and other troubled souls, even to this day.
Huh.
You could use a little of it yourself.
Goodbye, Rejoice Layton. That was her name, right? She said that she hasn't deceived me. Rejoice Layton, yeah.
Watch out for yourselves. They will strike soon.
Oh dear, what have I done?
The lieutenant watches her boat grow smaller on the bay, its white sails fluttering. You wonder what Everard has to say about this.
I really want to talk to him again.
Slowly, the sails turn grey-blue as more oxygen gets between you.
Alright, okay, so I got some new stuff there. Oh yeah, I want to interact with this. The tape you found from a shack on the coast. The A side is the smallest church in Saint written on it, and B side is supposed to contain an instrumental version. Requires a boombox to play.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Let's press play.
You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing.
Keep the porter reel a harmless distance and wait.
Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad.
Mega sad? Wow, that's really sad.
Within seconds you know this is the one. The real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to. This one tells it like it is. This is your tune.
Huh.
A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
Could I sing this for karaoke? I think I could sing this.
Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like a million times. Yup, they're all here. All 3 verses. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands on your way.
And what's that?
Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke.
Oh.
After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Make everyone understand.
Let's do that.
The lieutenant watches you pack up the boombox. He doesn't say anything.
Let's go to Gart. Yeah, let's go to Gart. That's what I'm going to do now. Have another one of these. You were reminded of a poem somewhere deep inside you, the translation of which you don't remember. Nulla sarà cambiato della luce. It begins. Colori come grigio e marrone. Tutti stampat. Yeah. Lots and lots of what looks like Spanish, maybe? And I'm going to slaughter it, so I'm not going to read that. You were reminded of it when you heard about the discovery of the Insulinde. But what does it mean? And how do you know it by heart? I don't know. If there's going to be a war on, I might up my pain threshold. That's a good idea. Excellent. And I think we'll click on that.
Sounds like you're a potential suicide cop.
Oh.
With his finger on the eject button, ready to let go of this life. Guess what?
What's that?
One bullet should do the trick. You have the gun, and you have the bullet. You've made such a big show out of it too. You feel like everyone basically expects you to do it now. What is this? You're not ready to die. This is garbage. It would be the honorable thing to do. It would really show them. Show her too.
No. It's a sign that I want to live.
Fine. Keep up the charade another day. This could have been so liberating, but you cling to the case, to your partner, to the world. It's pitiful.
No, it's not. Alright, I'm going to go to that cafeteria and I'm going to sing me some karaoke. Damn right. But for now, I'm going to end this episode right here, and I will catch you when I get my ass over to the cafeteria and I'm almost ready to sing. It's possible I won't be able to sing, but I'm going to try and convince Garta to let me do it. Because it's only 3 in the afternoon, it might be a little bit early. But I'm going to make my way over there now anyway. But thank you for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. I'll go this way. And if you're wanting to stick around for more in the future, make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on videos that I release. For now though, take care, and I will see you in the next episode.